Let me know when you're ready. Hold on, so one out.
Close that.
Need one out. 2 outs now. Okay. First pitch, today's 5-7-2. Falling through. There you go. And it's a Macintosh will play now. So now this side's been filled up.
We're good?
Should be.
What did Podkill do?
Last listener.
Yeah.
Shortstop. All right, so Hen walked. He's at second. Podkill flew out. Brown flew out. It's McIntosh with 2 outs against Austin Cole, today's Wolfpac starter. The home team, Road Warriors, playing an away doubleheader today. Lost game 1 to the Killer Bees 7-4.
Close,
I think so. The banging you're hearing is they're doing some repairs and cleaning some stuff up to get ready for the All-Star game. So although it might sound like your college dorm room when everybody comes home from the last call, it's actually construction. After this inning, I want you to go down there and ask McDougal if he wants to come up and learn how to do the scoreboard, because he could be around and learn some things. He's a good kid, you know. That's Chaz Sywin behind me on the scoreboard. He did a little bit of play-by-play game 1, and he realized he's not a shortstop. You know, it's not for everyone. Right-handed pitcher. And I got Keegan Wright to my right without the W. Oh, he throws that ball behind McIntosh. Miner knocks it down, walks him. And Keegan Wright and Chaz Sywin. Chaz Sywin has Win and Cy in his last name, and Keegan Wright has Wright in his last name. Anyway, both of them have pitched in the Frontier League briefly this season. Wright with the Florence Yawls and Sywin with the New Jersey Jackals. Both signed by yours truly, which is why you pay me the money.
Correct.
2 outs to Okazaki, who game 1 was not catching. So Lugo got to start game 1 in the loss. Okazaki's going to catch Reitz. I want to see what he does with Reitz against this Wolfpac lineup as Hen steals third. Miner, good throw. It gets into left field, gets by Mutner. Mutner was a little late to the bag, and there's never a check at second base. A couple things that have to happen. I noted in the last game, if you guys are paying attention, that there was a situation for Sanders. I think it was like Omar and somebody else on the corners. And I said there should be 5 throwovers here before he throws 2 pitches. Or when Soto was showing the bunt, I think it was, right? And there's no throws over, you know, and there's no inside move. And there doesn't even have to be an inside move. It could just be a step off and reset and just make things drag out a little bit longer. And maybe you see hands because of it. Maybe the guy starts his lead because of it, goes the wrong way because of it, but none of that happens. And until you start doing that, guys are going to run all over it. Should be 1-0. Silent. With McIntosh at second. 2-2, 2 outs. With Okazaki high and in. Shane Clunan behind the dish. Huh?
I was just going to say it.
Yeah. Shane Clunan. I now am joined by Cole, Buff Bagwell, Bombolus.
Mama Tori says hello. Good day for baseball.
She must be watching the game today. I feel like she's home. Utah strikes out on a high heater, and the inning ends with 1 run.
Austin Cole looks like he has a little bit more in the tank today.
I don't know. I just said it was a rough start. You don't think so?
I didn't get to see the first couple pitches.
Yeah, it was in the dirt. He looks like his arm's dragging a little bit behind him. I don't know if he's tired. It's hot. Could be. Maybe. I wanted to keep him unsure if he was starting. He's like, well, "What happened to my start?" So I said, I don't know. Everyone's gonna pitch.
Well,
Because I just want guys to be ready to
back
pitch.
off of you earlier when you said about the guys. I mean, you said, some of these guys wouldn't really have that role at the next level, whether it's, going start or like, you said to Kramer, you'd end up having an inning here. You'd end up having, Mcmiller could be an extended guy, out of the pen. I feel it's easier to build up here, and then that way you can go and do whatever you got to do at the next level. It's like Brett Schneider, for instance, he's in Lexington now. I remember, obviously he ended up getting hurt when he was with the Boulders in 2019. He didn't necessarily know his role going into it, but now he kind of built up as a starter, and now he's built, now he's able to come out of the pen. He could be a long guy. He could be a starter for PJ over in Lexington.
Still there, right?
Yeah. He's actually, this is his third year pitching under PJ.
And healthy now.
Healthy now too. Yeah, he threw in 2018 with PJ when he was in Vallejo. Then he ended up getting picked up in Rockland. He actually pitched at a school called Dominican College. They played out of the Rockland Boulders, now New York Boulders Stadium. So, but now he's over in Lexington for the second year. Won a championship with him last year.
Getting a lot of interest out of the East Coast thing. Just talking to some guys, thinking about taking it back to where we started maybe for the fall. Do some Florida too. Would you go home after?
Just all depends on what time when it would be.
But you'd probably say we did the fall. What would you do? Would you go?
Wouldn't mind. We definitely would want to get some more innings.
I say we go between here and there, and we still use this.
We could definitely do both.
Just here and there, and then use this as the draw to the west.
Yeah.
But then at the end, go to Florida, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But I definitely want to get some more innings.
Maybe you go to Florida and I stay up. Because I'm either going to have to move or I don't know. Anyway.
I definitely want to get some more innings. I'd like to play until November like we did in 19.
How many guys would go play on 5 teams to go through 5 playoff races?
Not many.
I want it. None of them. Not a one. Not a guy here. Like, I want to play on the 5 teams because there's 5 different roles. On the White Sox, I hit third and play second. On AJ's team, I hit 8th or 2nd and play third. On the Tigers, I hit last and play whatever position he wants. On the Mariners, I hit 2nd and play short or third. It's like all different roles, and I might not play.
I think some of these guys need to know and understand the value of playing a role for a team, whether it's you coming off the bench, you being a middle reliever, you being somebody that can hit in the 8, that can move a guy over, stuff like that. Actually,
I'm dominating in the 8. I'm taking advantage of my heaters, Can you be a rookie that sits in the bottom of the lineup and knows to get your pitches, or do you take those pitches and then still suck? And the manager's like, man, I'm putting him in the 8 spot. I'm giving him 50 at-bats, and he can't just square up the straight one. This dude's smoking a heater.
Jerome McDade,
not our
he's
guy.
getting hot in the 8.
Right. McDade getting hot in the 8. I've been saying it all week. It's great. Full bullpens here. Remember, we're going 9-inning game. Remember, this is a 9-inning game. Sometimes I have to talk to my phone. It's going to happen.
Yeah, spell check gets you a good amount.
Pitch into McKinley. Look for McKinley to take a trip, maybe with a couple other guys in the next few off days or after the All-Star break. People have been asking about him. I'm trying to get rid of him and some other guys. All-Star break is where managers get to go home, be with their families, or maybe
Spencer Henn. Wow. Good play, though, by Spencer Henn. He made some good plays at third last game in game 1. Also hit a first-pitch homer.
I was going to say Spencer Henn.
Sorry, I usually wake up around now.
And somebody else. Henn and somebody else I forgot who it was. Not Howard. It was I don't know, but I'm gonna give them the finished throws talk after. Like they need to.
Joe Lytle.
Joe Lytle. There they are.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. No, they need to finish their throws. They're really just not finishing their throws. Frank is crashing way too hard for Almonte. You could still get the bunt. Reitz gets off the mound okay, but you don't want to get beat there. So McKinley laced the ball the other way. Hen made a really nice play, but right there, get up and throw it right off the turf. Boom, the guy's out by 2 steps. But everybody tries to throw the shit out of it.
Wadi Almonte from last year to this year
Safe.
really does understand who he is as a player.
Yeah.
Definitely shown he could play that role as a guy that can move, the guy that needs to stay middle of the field, the guy that can lay a bunt down, play the outfield, play the infield every day. He's playing the infield every day right now.
And he's hit 9th the entire time here, basically. I put him in a couple other spots when he got hot, but I was going to hit him 9th today, and I was like, you know what? McKinley's going to run around. I want to see now what Wadi Almonte does with a guy like that in front of him. Now, he's had McDade in front of him, which is similar, but you get, like, I'm talking about the infielders hitting in different roles. Like, how does it affect his defense? You know,
Yeah.
I'm trying to give him a blow at the end of the games when he's doing more offensively, save his legs a little bit and see if Mutner can play a little bit of shortstop, which he's been okay. But let's say Wadi Almonte signs. This team would have no shortstop.
I was going to say Wadi, if he does get signed, would be playing a role where he'd be in the 8 and 9, you know, maybe the 2 every once in a while. But, I mean, majority of the time would be in the 8 and the 9. So he has to understand himself down there.
And that's why next block, for those of you that don't know or don't understand or whatever, you're learning about it. Maybe you want to play professional baseball and you've hit me up and you think it's fake. I had a guy.
Don't all get up at once over there.
Yeah, I know. No, don't all rush to the ball. I had a guy.
Good people.
You know, hey, my dad just wants to make sure it's legit. So I invited him to pregame Jackals BP. I mean, we're at the Frontier League ballpark of the Washington Wild Things. I mean,
yeah, well, it's actually embarrassing that his dad needed to ask that, because I remember in 2015, it was never a thought in my mind that I was going to say, hey, let me go check and see if my dad's cool with this.
Well, in 2015, there also wasn't a list of 600 players signed for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
so
I still didn't.
That thing is right there. All the lists are there, and you can look it up and see. And like, if you think it's not real, I told him maybe it's you that's not legit. And the kid said, why wouldn't I be legit? I said, because I know who I am. I've been in this game for 20 years, and I never met you before. So who the hell are you? And that's what guys really have to understand. Facts. 100, the walk. 100% a walk, right?
Yep.
McKinley's was a hit because of the dive.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a hit.
So it's getting tough for Reitz early, even though he got 1 run on the throw that got through Mutner, which –
as the man, the myth, the legend comes up, Cody Lovejoy.
Musser showing that body off down there with the arm sleeve on. He figures, I want the weird tan. Tan rhymes with van and can and man, and Reitz rhymes with Reitz. The pitch. Utah goes to second with it. Good choice. Safe. Throw to the other side of the bag just a little bit. If it's on the bag, he probably gets Almonte. That might be a situation where Almonte stops and looks or stays and then runs in a pitch or 2 later, because now you create a throw down to second, you know?
Well, okay, so I was going to ask you, would you have done that even with the lineup that you have coming up? Or
I mean, there's nobody out, and if you want, the only thing is you don't want to stay at a 2 for Lovejoy, and you're going to be safe, yes. But in a different situation in the game, let's say we're losing by more runs.
Yeah.
We're losing or it's later in the game. Maybe not, because it creates that hole now. 2-0, you know, could turn into 3-1 we're running.
Bet.
And if we're better than better, then we can run 2-1, treat 3-1 like 2-1, and run there on the 2-1 count, which he hits it in the hole on the ground anyway, and they're going to score on stands. He's testing stands. First game in left field. Play at the plate.
Ooh,
safe.
Wow.
Stands come up firing. It was on line, and it hit the cutoff man who threw it home, right?
Yeah. I was actually going to say,
don't cut that ball.
Is that Robinson in center there?
Yes.
I don't think I've seen Robinson play much center. So I'm definitely.
As soon as I saw Hurt get hit by the pitch, Derek Hurt was hit by a pitch yesterday and had to sit today right away. I'm putting Robo in center. I'm going to see what he can do, which I'm going to do more in the next block. I'm going to start Robo in some games in center, and then I'm going to do the role that he's going to do also other days. I want to see if he can do both, which right now, and McDade has had the opportunity to do it.
Clune is not bad back there.
No, the umpire's not bad. Other guys can do. I think they could do it, but Robo's like proving he could be that exact role right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonder if
As we got Brian McKenna, who just entered the chat here.
yeah.
Wow.
And the Long Island Devil Rays. Hey, we're looking for games. If you guys want to play on the East Coast, we're gonna get our guys more games. Long Island Devil Rays. If you want to boogie.
Brian McKenna.
A guy in a men's league I played in this weekend said, "We dance, we don't boogie," or "We boogie, we don't dance," or something like that. That's a ball. Utah throws another one to the other side of the bag. Reitz has got to do something about that.
For those of you that don't know who Brian McKenna is, he was a converted catcher. He played at Post University. He's been around for quite a while. He's been to a bunch of different leagues. Was in the Empire League. Was playing men's leagues with Joe in 2016. He ended up going to Vallejo. He went.
Is that Tyler Anderson too?
Yeah.
Yins are champ, baby. We're in the Yins.
Yes, sir. He went in the Brian McKenna. He was also in Vallejo, California. He ended up in the Frontier League, pitched for Dennis Pelfrey and Brian White, who's now the manager of the Florence Yalls.
And right around this time,
Threw in Juliet
3
with
years
Skylar
ago.
Janice.
But right around this time, 3 years ago, he threw in the All-Star game.
Yep. In New York.
And walked his first guy of the season after about 20 innings and got signed by the Marlins.
I think he had 32 strikeouts in 23 innings or something like that and 0 walks. Going from a catcher to a pitcher. As Anton flares one into left and Stans makes the play.
Interesting with Stans out there. And that's being loyal to a guy that's been around.
We got some dudes on this. We
Bringing
got
in a new
Steven Knapp.
Whoa, yo, dude, man.
One of the top sidearm guys we've had in our organization, that's for sure. Marcus Johnson.
Is he the top sidearm guy we've ever had?
I think so, yeah.
Who's the best sidearm guy in Black Sox history?
Steven Knapp.
Is it?
I think he is, yeah.
It might be.
He's got, Mark Sanders is going to have to ask you to.
He's just making. He just doesn't like guys with the MS, the same initials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're about to lose your name right there.
I'll go with Brad Lidge.
Brad Lidge is a good one.
That's a deep cut for anybody who pays attention.
I know who Brad Lidge is. He's not a sidearmer.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm talking about myself. I don't know. I can
Okay.
I bet none of the guys know that this is a pitcher from the Killer Bees umpiring behind the plate. This man is a doctor. He showed up in a doctor coat. He showed up in a white coat.
Hey, Tyler Anderson, best hair. As V decides to see you guys soon, praying emoji.
Tyler Anderson had the best hair that year. This year, Ryan Roell's mullet. Oh, it hit the mound! Hits the mound, and Howard recovers and makes a nice throw to Brown. Pretty good play right there, not on a ground ball up the middle. But Tyler Anderson, we'll say that this inning is sponsored by mullets. And Ryan Roell has a hell of one. And as Kyle Barrows runs across the field with his hair and look that he's had the last couple of months, he looks like a guy. Kyle Barrows, who's the manager of the year, by the way, he had to put up with my shit and he's in first place. Manager of the year in the Yins already. Doesn't matter what happens after this because then when I become the manager, I'm the manager of the year. But Kyle Barrows looks like a guy that has been traveling around on a horse with Indiana Jones for about 600 years. And he's really got the look going. But Ryan Roell, probably with the mullet, has the best hair, as Tyler Anderson had the best hair in 2020 with a sick mullet, and he did ridiculous things out of the bullpen for us.
Yeah, he did.
To help us win between him, Stiffback, and Skylar Janice. Those guys really won us that championship. Tyler Anderson pitched in the American Association for a few years with
Lincoln,
but also knew Nick Krause. That's how we met Tyler Anderson. And he said, I got this guy that might want to pitch this year. Not the Tyler Anderson with the Dodgers. The Tyler Anderson that threw from 19 to 21. Right? And
why doesn't he have the 2020 stats?
Uh-oh. Because they probably made another name for him. I guarantee you. In 2020, they didn't know who the guys were that played in it.
Go and check.
Wait, where's mine?
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, who's Joey Torres? Yo, where's my name?
Your cousin.
That's your Hispanic.
No, I have 12 to 20. Mine's in there. So Tyler Anderson's Road Warrior stats, Road Warrior Black Sox championship stats are actually not on Baseball Reference for some reason.
Wait, check that. Check that right there.
So that's the big
Oh,
leaguer.
no, never mind.
There's the big leaguer, and then there's Tyler Anderson 22. It would be a Tyler Anderson 20. They would have had to only make one for 20. Boom. And it is Road Warrior Black Sox in 8 games. This guy had a 4.6, which are like not impressive, but 15 innings, 13 strikeouts, only walked 6 guys, gave up 1 home run only. He drilled 4 guys for us. That was good. Keep him off balance. And he was 1-0, and he had a phenomenal performance in the playoffs for us, eating up innings because I think it was something like he was going to a wedding the series before, and he wanted to eat it up for us, right?
Yeah.
And he helped us save our arms to get ready for the next week where we got a big lead on the Washington Wild Things, and Stiffback came in and got several outs. Here's Michael Howard, infielder, left-handed hitter, leading off the top of the second for the now trailing Road Warriors, who scored the first run of the game on a ball that went through Mutner on a steal at third base. And the Wolfpac got the 2 runs back. That's just kind of how they do things.
One thing I wanted to
Another
add,
1-0 swing from Howard as he popped up in the 7th inning of the previous game to lead off the 7th down by 3. It would probably benefit him to see some pitches, especially you're seeing a new staff, and you'd be able to see what the guys throw.
something I want to piggyback off of with Howard up. Lovejoy was able to shift toward right because he trusted Barnes to be able to cover all that ground and left. Barnes is somebody that could play all 3 positions in the outfield. Guy looks like he could.
We're talking about
run.
Javel Barnes out of college or at a Bloomfield College outfielder who's probably, we were talking about on a previous YouTube, one of the next guys, young guys that could be our next rookie outfielder, Joe Simone type deal.
He looks like he could cover. He could guard Odell Beckham.
He looks like he could guard Odell Beckham, is right. Joe Simone could not guard Odell Beckham. So this kid might be a little bit better.
He played
Athletically, however, Joe Simone, left-handed hitter, base stealer, doubles and home runs.
Yep.
Barnes is more of the phenomenal defender, and the offense is going to come in the next couple of years as Thompson swings through a 1-1 pitch that he should know is coming at this point in his career.
Barnes played with Julius Purier in college at Bloomfield College. Julius Purier played for the Killer Bees last year. He was also in that Trevor McKinley, Evansville Otters going over the border, and also played with the Empire State Grays when they went over the borders as well.
And might be going over the border soon here in a minute, McKinley. But per year is in New Jersey.
Yep. They actually played at a all woodbat conference called the CAC, C-A-C-C. It's got Felician, which
I thought it was the Caulk.
either or. Brennan Price played at Felician, who's in Florence. He's named an all-star. He was actually a pitcher in the Blue Jays organization.
I met Price in Florence.
Now he's a hitter, and he's actually met Price at Felician.
I met him at Felician when he was 5'7".
Yeah.
Ooh, Robo.
Or were you 5'7"?
I'm sorry. I met him when I was 5'7".
That's all right. Then
Robo's had some good at-bats, man.
Yeah.
He just barreled that
better
thing.
swings.
But
Definitely
unfortunately for the team that's losing, it's a 1-0 swing, and that was a first pitch swing, and a punch out and a 1-1 changeup. The 1-1 changeup set up that whole at bat for Thompson. And then Robo makes a first pitch out with the 9-hitter coming up next, who I just mentioned that we would pinch hit for at the end of the last game. Kind of makes you think a little bit. Is
still third and there's a sack fly, right?
No.
you know what we need? We need someone to check on my boy once in a while.
Oh, right.
You know
Okay.
how to ride. You know how to
So
ride.
here, so basically,
Oh, yeah.
Do me a favor, grab him and bring him here.
Stolen base.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Bring the
That's
leash.
fly right. That's all.
You think Sanders can get him? Or?
Yeah. Or
You mean do my own craft?
what?
What?
You want to do it?
Are you
Seen
trying to
the
go do
photos?
something else?
No, I mean I'm trying to. I was just
Sure,
trying.
I'll go grab it.
Oh, go grab what? I'll go do whatever you need.
No, I need to go do the pitching soon anyway. I do want to figure that out. What? How many pitches for our boy, real quick, so I know.
For Cole?
Yeah.
26 for Cole, 23 for Reitz.
26, 23 through 23 in the first.
Yeah, 23 for Reitz, 26 for Reitz.
So throwing error for the home team.
Yeah, no, I'd rather go and let Sanders do it.
You don't need me to go tell anybody anything.
No, we're good right now. I just don't want to lose my notes, but I won't. I'll keep it here.
Oh, look at this guy, Woodruff,
Yeah.
Tristan Woodruff, signing Lake Erie. Pitched at Sanford.
Is it Weedra?
Woodruff.
You can pronounce every per year.
I mean, I
Bombalus
think,
or Bombalis?
Bombalis, but I think usually
Right
usually
or
fumble-
Ragahita?
No, that one I'm not really sure of, but usually fumble the bag a few times with some last names
What? I
too.
was checking. What are you laughing at? Look at this guy.
Oh, hey,
Guy that plays golf, pretending to play baseball. He's
Speaking
the
of
next
look at
cop.
this guy,
He
we
might be
got-
the next LeBlanc.
we got Dylan Procopio over at first base wearing the number 8 for the Wolfpac, representing Joe Torre over there.
Is there a way to turn it a little more? I guess it
Yeah,
doesn't.
I can.
No,
It would
I
be-
might
it would
have
be
hit it.
over
I
here.
might
It
have
wouldn't
screwed
be
it up.
over here.
Oh, he's wearing 8?
Yeah, he is wearing number 8.
All right, kids. We got to roll. We'll post this one.
Oh man.
You want to leave it on?
Oh yeah, these guys.
All right. Yeah, they're loving
doing?
it. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we get Sanders in there. Yeah, you're right. Don't get mad at me.
Get my
Here comes
We got-
so we got Mark Wahlberg, and about to sit down is the guy from Breaking Bad. No, he's not. No. No, if we're going actors, then if this is Mark Wahlberg, about to sit down is Woody Harrelson.
I was gonna say Bruce Willis.
No, Woody Harrelson.
I don't know.
If this is a baseball movie, Woody Harrelson's playing.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
I can't be hurt by that.
no, Woody Harrelson's the man, dude. He does, you know Woody Harrelson?
I
You know
love
the
Woody
deal with Woody Harrelson?
No.
What deal?
His dad assassinated someone.
Are you for real?
Wow.
Look it up. Look it up. You should. You'll look it up. Honestly, you'll be like,
I'm
no
gonna
way.
I'm
I don't
gonna
want to tell you who.
I'm gonna lock in on this.
This will
right
be
here,
for
I
our
think.
mid-inning. No, these guys need to know things about this. They need to know that we've never been to the moon. That's what this broadcast is for, because this is a cult. This is not for everyone. And if you don't think that way, then that's why you think you're a big leaguer, because you think that we got spaceships and aliens on the moon.
It is the black.
No,
Sox
you are right
250
about that.
answer.
Come on, bro. That's the issue with everybody.
Yeah, you are right about that.
I picked up 10 miles an hour throwing weighted balls. No, you didn't. You picked up a 10-ounce weighted ball.
Yeah, I guess there is a difference there.
Yeah. So 2-2 in the count on Mcmiller, as there's a conference with Utah and Reitz.
Joe Torre usually always has a few things to talk about, so I don't think I'll ever be able to have as much to say as he does, but hope to keep this thing going over here.
You'll have a few more, tidbits.
Tidbits.
That pitch taken for ball 3-2.
In game 1, it was Andrew Kramer versus Kelvin Mcmiller. Kramer threw in Florence for spring training. He was also threw, I believe, twice in Lexington, 2 different outings. I believe it was against the Lancaster Barnstormers. Threw a scoreless in his first one. He's got a pretty good splitter. I think if he could control the fastball a little bit more, he'd have way more success, because he definitely has some good stuff. He has some professional stuff. As Jarrell McDade comes up to the plate, he's actually somebody that played at Lexington also, along with Reitz, who's on the mound. A Lexington versus Lexington matchup here. Wow, we got a couple viewers now.
4 there, 8 there. Slider misses outside, or taken for a strike. Excuse me. The first pitch missed outside. 1-1.
I do like the background here in Washington.
That's a good look.
Yeah, for sure.
That pitch.
This is actually now my third summer here. This is home away from home, pretty much.
I don't even have to use my map anymore to get around and find places.
I haven't had to use that for a while. Actually, Omar Artson, who played with the Marlins and also Tigers, he gives me his keys and he says, I mean, you from here, so you might as well go ahead and drive my car. I'm like, all right, sure, I'll go ahead and do that.
That's the best impression of anyone in the Ends I've ever heard.
Yeah, that was
That's
extremely
right
strong.
on.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to him talk a lot, so it's kind of hard not to know it.
Let us know in the comments on YouTube or on the Instagram Live if you want us to be goofier or more professional. I'm leaning toward more
Whoa,
goofier.
speaking of more professional, look at Mark Demko walking down the third base side. Demko has got himself now a look. He has not necessarily had a persona off the field, and now he's got some jeans. He's got himself a nice pair of shoes. Got the shades. Got himself a nice little. What's that guy's name that sings the First Class?
Pharrell?
What's his name?
Pharrell?
No, he's
Jack Harlow?
Jack Harlow. He's got the Jack Harlow haircut.
Oh,
That Skylar Mercado actually. Skylar Mercado? He's actually Black Sox. He's been around for a while. I believe he first came in 2019. Skylar Mercado was the first one that said he looks like Jack Harlow, and Mercado, he played a little bit in Florence this year. Was in Lexington. I believe he might be coming back at some point this year if he doesn't get another. He was actually also with the Jackals too. You should know that by now. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He has been my roommate since 2019. Mark Demko has been my roommate since 2019. We were in Vallejo together. He was the first base coach over there. I was helping out. I was the pitching coach and helped out with the stats, helped out with some game notes, helped out with some information on players around the league, was able to help guys, have a little game plan going into each and every outing, each and every game. Definitely a learning experience for me as there was a lot of guys. Whoa, Mama Tori says I'm 5'4". Me or you, Mama Tori? Where's my Charlie? Where's my Charlie? Kiss him for me. Unfortunately, Charlie doesn't like to kiss me, but we'll figure it out, Mama Tori. I miss you also. I guess you don't want to say hello to me anymore, but that's okay. Charlie's cooler. As the bottom half of the second finishes, Austin Cole comes to the mound. I wish when Austin Cole walked up to me, I was able to just stand on the mound at all times. I'd be able to see eye to eye with him, but unfortunately, he's a whole 1.5 feet taller. Jack Harlow singing First Class.
Oh, yeah.
That's on me. I take full responsibility for it. Christian Stanziano gets the start in left. I think it's one of his first starts out there. If it's not his first start, it's definitely one of the few. He's honestly a true professional on and off the field. He's grown as a player dramatically over the last year and a half that he's been with us. We actually found Christian Stanziano. I was in Cleburne, Texas last year in 2021, and Joe flew me out from there to Cleveland, which the Frontier League draft was actually in Lake Erie in 2021. Joe flew me out over there, and we had a day 3 tryout. We called it a day 3 Frontier League draft, and Christian Stanziano was one of the few guys. Skylar Mercado was talking about him earlier in the podcast or the broadcast. Skylar Mercado was able to help me out then, and we found Christian Stanziano. We actually found a good amount of guys. Kendall Thornton, who was on my team last year, he was actually 19 years old last year and pitched a whole lot for me. He sidearm righty. He actually just got married, so definitely somebody I kind of took under my wing. He was like a little brother to me. pretty sure we found a few other guys. Oh, actually, you know who we also found was Dylan Jacober, who actually had a little bit of a time in the Frontier League this year. He didn't get picked up by anybody at the Frontier League draft, and we brought him into the Yinzer. He threw a good amount for us for about half the year, and then he ended up going back to Canada. He, I think he signed with Ottawa, I believe. He was with Ottawa at the beginning of this year, threw a few times over there as a first pitch is taken for a strike. Oh, look, Kai Sims joined. Wait, is it saying me wave or them? Are they supposed to? What does that mean when it says wave on the side right there? All right. Jarrell McDay makes the catch and right for out number 1. Up comes the dangerous Spencer Henn. If you need a haircut, Spencer Henn also gives haircuts. We call it cuts by Henn.
Hen cuts.
Or cuts by Spence, either or. Loves swinging at the first pitch, so we'll see what he does here as he swings at the first pitch. Austin Cole throws a couple different velocity of fastballs. I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but he definitely gets some rollovers and swing and misses at the right time and hitters counts at times. Sometimes he throws it hard like that as Spencer Henn hits it to right. Jarrell McDay makes the catch. And there's times where he almost slows up with it a little bit. But I've heard in the past, sometimes a BP fastball, a get-me-over fastball, can get guys off balance. Maybe you take a little bit off and, if you're a guy that's 88, 89, you throw one at 85. That's not necessarily a changeup. Definitely something that guys could, pop up or miss-hit or roll over, whatever the case may be. I actually heard about that in 2020. I was talking to a guy named John Albadejo who pitched in the big leagues. He pitched with the Yankees. As the first pitch is a strike to Frank Podkul. Mama Tori, we got to learn how to spell my last name. What's going on here? But I do like the emoji. It's good stuff. Thank you. Ball there. Count even at 1-1 here. Around the infield here, you got Mike Mutner at third. You got Wadi Almonte at short. Jarrett Anton, who's been around a little bit, at second base. And you also got Slayton Vaughn at first. You got Mike Mutner, who's a New Jersey guy. He's actually been around Joe Torre for quite a while. You got Wadi Almonte, was a guy. He was actually in as the base hits up the middle for Frank Podkul. Wadi Almonte is from Connecticut. He was actually in the Southern Shores League. We saved him from over there. Jared Anton's California guy. He left-handed hitter. He was actually, I believe, started in the United Shores, unless he just got a hat from somebody else. But he was actually he's been around since I think 2019. And Slayton Vaughn just had a little bit of time in the Pioneer League. We grabbed him out of the Pecos League. We saved him out of the Pecos League. He was there in High Desert in 2019. Joe Torre and I actually were in Vallejo on an off day. We drove over to Monterey. High Desert was playing Monterey. It was about an hour and a half, 2-hour drive. We ended up going over there to foul ball there for Antonio Brown. We ended up seeing Slayton Vaughn. I think he homered that day, actually. We saw him and a few other guys that we've had and now also have, including the guy John Schultz, left-handed pitcher who Joe actually mentioned earlier. He pitched for us in that 2020 Yinzer against the Washington Wild Things and also the Slammin' Sammies. That 2020 Yinzer was a combination of us and the Washington Wild Things. We put together two teams as they were able to put together two teams. One was the Washington Wild Things, and the other team was the Slammin' Sammies. As Antonio Brown hits one to left, Javel Barnes makes the catch. Going into the bottom half of the third here. Slayton Vaughn is a beast from the West. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Mutner. My bad. I'll get better with my my commentary. Whoa, Mitch Piotnik makes an appearance here. Mitch Piotnik was a draft pick by the Reds at a no, actually not at a high school. He's from Winter Haven, Florida, where I went to college. I went to a school called Polk State. Mitch Piotnik went to Winter Haven High School, which is not too far away either. I believe he was an 8th round draft pick. He is now in the Pioneer League with Billings. We actually played against Billings in the on our tour. We brought together a good amount of guys. We sent them over that way. I was involved with that as well. Joe and I went that way. We ended up we actually grabbed a few games against those guys. We beat Missoula and we also beat Billings. Billings beat us the first game pretty good though. They came out swinging it that day as Mitch Piotnik led off a few times. I think he led off. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Mitch. I got to get my facts right. Mitch is actually with Tri-City now. But he was with Florence a little bit. And last year he was also there in 2020 when they had a little like pod league. I met Mitch in 2019 in Cleburne, Texas, or Grand Prairie, Texas, actually. We had a little tryout over there. Mitch was there. I believe he just recently got released from the Reds, but right then and there. And he pitched a little bit too, showed that he could, be upper 8s off the mound. And, obviously we all knew he could run the baseball down in the outfield and steal bags and, he's definitely versatile. He actually played a little shortstop last year when he was here with us. He was in the Yinzer. He played for the Wolfpac and Joe. He played shortstop. Showed he could pretty much do it all, honestly. Definitely somebody I admire watching play is Trevor McKinley hits one to right. Nate Thompson comes up with it. One down here in the bottom half of the third. Up comes Wadi Almonte, who we talked about earlier. Wadi could play that Mitch Piotnik game. Doesn't necessarily have as much pop as Mitch, but can definitely run it down. Showing he could play shortstop every day. Looks like he could spray the ball around the entire field as he takes the 1-0. Nice little 2-0. Not sure if it was a slider or a cutter there from Matt Reitz, who's throwing in Florence, throwing in Lexington, threw a little bit in Quebec last year, or Iqaluit, whatever they were called last year as the travel team. Wadi Almonte bunts the ball down the third base line, and it is a fair ball.
Oh, my God.
Wadi Almonte with a bunt double. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, I said Wadi Almonte showing he could bunt the ball. He's shown that he could spread the ball in the middle of the infield. He just got himself a bunt double with one out in the bottom of the half of the third.
Let's go, Wadi.
Wow, that was if you could play that game, that game plays everywhere. That was beautiful. That was one of the best bunts I've ever seen. Up comes Cody Lovejoy, the dangerous Cody Lovejoy. Takes the first pitch for strike one. A little bit of a delay from the umpire there. Sorry, I couldn't flow through that. Ooh. Ball hit the right. Just foul. 0-2 count here for Lovejoy. I've seen Cody Lovejoy get some extra base hits with 2 strikes. I've seen him be able to manage himself into some hitters counts also with 2 strikes as well. Not sure if it's necessarily the pitching or Cody being able to draw himself into hitters counts. If I'm Wadi Almonte, I'm tagging. Two down here in the bottom half of the third. Reitz gets that 3 pitches or less. Cody Lovejoy out as Colin Miner comes up. That's going to be it for the all right, let's hear it. Oh, nice. Oh, we got Walda here. Nice. That's going to be it for the Instagram Live. I appreciate you guys all coming in. We got a lot of people that joined here today. Thank you, everybody. Maybe come out and see us play a little bit this next block coming up. Thanks. Do I share that? I don't know how to do the live shit on
I've
Instagram.
never done it live before.
Or the live thing. I
guess
apologize.
Just click share, probably.
I've never done it.
I would just click share because I think it posted as a post too, which Joe normally does.
Oh, you choose on that. What was it? Balls, right?
Ball. And I think we're also still live.
You choose like the thumbnail, and then you can create the title and description.
Two 2-1 count here for Colin Miner with a guy on second, with Wadi Almonte on second to be exact. Ooh. Cutter there taken for a strike. That thing was nasty. Definitely something that if you can throw it in a hitter's count, you can definitely get away with falling behind every once in a while. I don't recommend falling behind, but with Matt Reitz, with that cutter, he's able to stay in control of each and every count as Colin Miner hits that cutter to center field, and it is long gone. Colin Miner with a 2-run homer, make the score 4-1 now. Not sure if he was waiting for it or what, but that ball was crushed. As you got, we got Joe Torre and Charlie walking down the left field side. Charlie's more excited than Joe, it looks like. That's okay. It's all right. Charlie needs his bow tie today, honestly. The sideways run, that's when you know he's got to pee. Jared Anton takes ball 1 from Matt Reitz. Called strike from the umpire today, Shane Clunan. Jared Anton hits one into the Frank Pockel makes the play to retire the side. I thought he was going to have to make his way up the mound there in the bullpen on the left field side. Pockel was able to keep his feet light and make the play. Going into the top half of the fourth, it is 4-1 Wolfpac. Wolfpac have 4 hits, including 4 runs, and Road Black Sox have 1 hit with 1 run as well. All right, we're back here, live in the top of the fourth. We got Justin McIntosh coming up to the plate. Definitely one of the most improved players out here. I've seen him from last year to now. Definitely has improved body-wise, swing-wise, as he swings at the first pitch there from Austin Kramer. This matchup is you have to be above 6'5", I think, in order to be here. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to play here as he takes the 0-1 fastball down in the way, down for ball 1. I'm here with Keegan Wright, who just threw a complete game shutout against the Killer Bees yesterday. He was able to throw – how many pitches did you throw yesterday?
93.
Yeah, he threw under 100 pitches in the complete game. All of his pitches were working yesterday. More than anything, his composure on the mound looked better than ever. I was pleased watching it from the third base coach's box. Unfortunately, it was against my team, but that's all right.
It's all right. I'm really happy to hear that, Bill. Thank you.
Absolutely. As McIntosh hits one down the third base side, almost hits somebody in his dugout. The Road Black Sox have played some double headers as of late. I think they've played like 9 games in a matter of a couple of days, probably like 5 days there.
Yeah, they've played a lot.
But, gives guys opportunities, gives guys, a whole game to play and show what they can do, which is at the end of the day what we're trying to do out here, trying to just play games and, show that we really can do this or can't, Max McDowell jogs down the line over there in right field. First pitch swung at by Utah Ogazaka, who was actually a bullpen catcher with the Atlanta Braves. He was, I believe he got 5 at-bats that year when he was with the Gwinnett Stripers. He's also played with the High Point Rockers this year for about 10 days, I believe. He plays a good role behind the dish, calls a great game, very knowledgeable of the game. Took some time off of playing the game of baseball, too. He's an instructor down in Orlando, Florida. I played with Utah for quite a while. I believe the first time I met him was in 2016. He's been in Lake Erie. I believe that was his first team in independent ball with the Lake Erie Crushers. I don't even think they were purple back then. I think they were like reddish. He was also in the Pecos League for a little bit, played with Alpine, played with High Desert, I believe also Monterey, as he gets a 1-out, 2-1 single to right, hits it on the line pretty good. I've seen him heat up over the last couple weeks here. Like I said, he didn't play much baseball for a while, so I'm sure he's just finding himself right now as he's getting better each and every day I see him on the field. Up comes Michael Howard, takes the first pitch ball.
McDowell walking like Sasquatch down there. The full stride.
Yeah, McDowell always has some gestures as he walks and facial expressions. But, hey, so do I. So, I just texted Joe, and Joe Torre's phone is right here, so that's always good. Glad that we can communicate there. As Joe says in the past, communication is key. (3-0) count here to Howard. As he takes ball 4. Michael Howard played for the Jackals in 2020 when they had the All-American Baseball Challenge League, AABC. I think they had a 6-team league over there, as Joe and I were doing the Yinzer here for our first year in 2020. My buddy Kyle Chavez, who's a right-handed pitcher, sidearm guy, he's been around for a while. He played for the Jackals that year as well. Then the following year signed to Cleburne. When I went over there to coach the tour games against the Cleburne Railroaders, Kyle Chavez threw against us quite a few times and ended up eventually making the team then. He said he's remembered him from the past. I actually just had a conversation with him about Michael Howard, asking how he played, and that way I knew how to go about facing him and so on and so forth. As the first pitch is a ball to Nate Thompson. I believe that's 5 balls in a row. Let's see what happens here. Nate Thompson swings at the 1-0, rolls over to Mcmiller. 1-1 here. Going back to Mutner. He played for Joe Torre and worked with Joe Torre when he was about 12, 13 years old and all the way up. Joe wasn't necessarily there every summer because he was always gone, whether he was in California, a bunch of different scenarios. Joe was in Pittsburgh, California, not Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He was in Pittsburgh, California, as Charlie makes his way to the mound as well with Joe Torre. Wow, what a mound visit right there. That's good stuff. Anyway, he was in Pittsburgh, California, and he was on the same club as Aaron Miles, who was the manager. Aaron Miles He was with the Cardinals. I believe he was at the Rockies. He's been all over the place. He actually won a World Series ring with the Cardinals, I believe. He's no bigger than 5'8". I've had a few conversations with him. He's a phenomenal dude. I learned a whole lot with him every time I was able to hang out with him. Joe gave me an opportunity to hang out with him a few times in 2019 when I was able to meet him. Actually, I met him in 2018. There was a tryout as Charlie moves away from the mound visit. Hopefully that helps here in the 2-1 count. I'll tell you what, I'm sure Charlie gave him a little bit more to help him throw some strikes than Joe did.
Charlie's been the Wolfpac's good
He
luck
has. Yeah, he sure has. I would have loved to have Charlie come out and visit me if I was on the mound struggling, that's for sure. As the 2-1 slider, it's a strike. Looks like Charlie's mound visit just helped there. Mama Tori would have loved that. I hope she was watching that. Definitely worked, that's for sure. As he gets the punchy there, up comes Kyle Robinson. Kyle Robinson was actually in spring training with the New Jersey Jackals last year. He came to us, I believe, in August of last year. Finished out the year with us in the Yinzer. I believe played for the Road. No, I'm sorry. He played a little bit with the Brilliant Sox, then eventually with the Wolfpac last year, wearing number 1. Very good defensively, whether it's left, center, right. Can go and make the play. It's a professional look. It's not necessarily like a crazy look. I've seen him find some barrel as of late as well. He's taken some way better swings than he took in the first block, and he and I spoke about it. He told me he's gonna show me that he's better mentally and can actually do it at the next level. So that's always good to hear from a player. I'm all for that. Swings at the 2-0. 2-1 here. Christian Stanziano stands on deck. You got Jim Kennedy coaching third. You got Joe Paduglia at first. Big Joe was in the 4-hole in the game 1 for the Road Warrior Black Sox. Swings at the 2-1 there. Fouls it off toward the Pepsi party deck. Got a few guys with gloves on over here in the stands. Thought one of them was going to try to make a play there. Runners go. Counts full now. 3-2 here. Kyle Robinson up. Austin Cole. Look at this. Max McDowell and Owen Reese have the same exact glove as the ball is taken for ball 4. Kyle Robinson works the 2-out walk there to bring up Christian Stanziano. Stanziano will always give you a good at-bat. Definitely knows how to spoil the pitches. Spoil some good pitches especially. Tough punch-out. Definitely a tough punch-out. As he hits the 0-0 fastball through the 5-6 hole. and Michael Howard gets thrown out at home plate. Javel Barnes throws it in from left. Mcmiller cuts it off, throws it to the catcher to get Michael Howard as Utah Gazaka scores the only run that's scored there in the top half of the fourth. 3 outs there. Christian Stanziano with the RBI single. Unfortunately, could have got 2 there. That's okay.
Good relay from Mutt there.
Very good relay. I
Strong
wouldn't have necessarily tested Barnes there.
No. Barnes
I
is
honestly
good
think Barnes has one of the best arms in the league. I could be biased, but I definitely think he's got the best arm in the league. Somebody I wouldn't necessarily run on, but Michael Howard doesn't necessarily know everybody around. He hasn't been here for a while. I think it's his second day on the field with us. I feel the third base coach, Big Jimbo Kennedy, should have tried to help out a little bit more there, but that's okay. Not necessarily his job. But we're all trying to win here. So I think, us as professionals should try to do what we can. The score is 4-2 going into the bottom half of the fourth.
Bottom half of the fourth here. Matt Reitz back up on the bump. And Slane Vaughn up to the plate. The big old right-hander. In the right-handed batter's box. Counts 0. Reitz delivers. And that's a strike. You make the count 0-1. Reitz at 53 pitches. Through 3+ now. Gets a sign, comes set, kicks, delivers, and that ball's going to be low. Utah's going to dig that one out and fire it back to the mound. It's going to make the count 1-1. Some light action in the Wolfpac bullpen. Max McDowell on the mound. The one earlier walked around like Sasquatch. Reitz comes set, kicks, delivers, and yes, he did go around. Umpire says, yes, he did. That makes the count 1-2. Vaughn was in the Pioneer for a brief bit earlier this year. Came back. It's been hitting quite well. And he hits a hard ground ball up the middle for a base hit. Throws his arms up in celebration. He's happy. He got one. And that'll be a single. Mike Mcmiller, going to bat next for the Wolfpac, steps in. Be another right-on-right matchup. Reitz is going to check the runner at first. Comes set at the top. Kick delivers. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Make it 0-1. Nobody out here. You have a dangerous hitter in McDade in the hole, or on deck, sorry. That's a ball outside. Make the count 1-1. Beautiful day here in Washington, Pennsylvania, 80 degrees. Partly cloudy, actually a decent amount of clouds in the sky. 38% humidity, not too bad. Still a warm one, as that ball's fouled off to to the first base side into the stands. That makes it a 1-2 count. Reitz has a pretty good arsenal. A lot of good swing and miss stuff. Very good command. He's got the cutter, slider, changeup, which is, I think, his bread and butter. Let's see what he goes with here. He's got a 1-2 count, so he could waste another. He doesn't have to throw it in the strike zone. And he'll miss it. Looks like a fastball on the inside part of the plate. Make it 2-2. You got to figure Matt Reitz here trying to get a ground ball. Throw the least amount of pitches. Try and make it a quick inning. Reitz kicks, delivers, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Mcmiller down on strikes. With McDade coming up to the plate. Javel McDade, big right-handed batter, lots of power, quite dangerous to face. Steps in, hands high. Matt Reitz gets the sign. Kicks, delivers. That looks like a cutter in there for a called strike. Middle infield, playing more up the middle. Pinch close to second base. Slain Vaughn taking a short lead at first. Reitz gets the sign, kicks, delivers. There's a ball driven into the left field gap, left center gap, and that looks like it's going to be a double, maybe more. Vaughn rounds second, rounds third. Looks like he's going to be safe at the plate, and Javel McDade has an RBI double. That ball was crushed into the gap, and there was just no way there was going to be a play at the plate there. McDade continues his hot streak and has another double. Wolfpac continued to build on their lead as Javel Barnes steps into the batter's box. Very fast right-hander. Very good athlete. We've talked about him a few times on air today. It's very fun watching him play. Reitz throws a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Make the count 0-1. McDade, more than likely not a base-stealing threat, but he's going to make it moderate lead at second base. Still one out here. Kicks, delivers. Ooh, and there's a line drive hit to the first baseman, and looks like McDade will be doubled off at second base. Nothing you can really do there as a base runner. But Wolfpac had another. And the score is now 5-2 going into the top of the fifth. Top of the fifth now. Austin Cole back out for his fifth inning of work. Spencer Hand coming up to the plate, sponsored by Hand Cuts. Austin Cole, 63 pitches deep now, through 4 and what will be 4+. He's going to head up. He's going to get a sign. Kick, deliver. And that'll be a foul ball hit down the third base line. And that'll make a strike 0-1. Spencer Hen 0-1 today. 0 for 1 today. As Cole in his tall frame bends over, looks, gets a sign, comes set at the top. Kicks, delivers, and throws a 58-footer. Yeah, 1-1. Cole delivers the next one. Delivers the 1-1, and I'll make it a 2-1 count. Misses high with that fastball. Action in the Wolfpac bullpen has ceased. Nobody up throwing anymore. 2-1 count. The pitch. Miss high and inside. 3-1. Austin Cole's gotten himself into a few deep counts today. Looks like he'll need to settle in here to keep himself in this game. Try and go as deep as he can. Comes set at the belt. Kicks, delivers. There's a ball fouled back towards us. Make the count full. 3-2. Austin Cole misses on the inside part of the plate there for ball 4. Spencer Hen will be running at first base. Running on first for the Road Warrior Black Sox now as Frank Pockle steps up to the plate. Frank Pockle all 1 for 2 today. Takes the ball in the inner half of the plate there. Make the count 1-0. Austin Cole misses with a breaking ball downstairs, makes it 2-0. And action has resumed in the Wolfpac bullpen. Owen Reese, fresh haircut, trim beard, looks like a Midwestern man in his mid-30s. Gets loose in the Wolfpac bullpen. Austin Cole misses again on the inside part of the plate, and that makes it another 3-0 count. Cole misses wide into left-hander's batter's box for that one. That'll be another walk, and now runners on first and second with nobody out. And Joe Torre taking a quick trip out to the mound. We'll be right back. Manager Joe Torre makes a pitching change, brings in Owen Reese to replace Austin Cole. Austin Cole's day ends after just 4+. Nobody out here. Runners on first and second. Owen Reese takes the mound. With Brown at the plate. Owen comes set, checks the runner a second, kicks, delivers. There's a ball put in play. Reese has no other option but to take it to first base by himself. Is he going to beat the runner? And he is out. Reese is going to fire home. And it looks like Spencer Henn is going to be safe at the plate. That'll make it a 5-3 ball game.
All right. I'm back. I apologize. I had to use the restroom there. Ball 1 from Owen Reese. He gets the second out, I believe. Was it the first out there at first?
That was the first out.
Oh, the first out. Okay, so he gets the first out there. I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about Owen Reese, so I'm happy I'm here. It's funny actually. Owen Reese, I originally met last year. We had a little 3-week camp here in Washington before our tour, and he threw a few times. And I'm a sidearm lefty. Reese is obviously a sidearm righty. It drew interest right away. I was able to kind of right away I said, it's nice looking. It looks okay. It's not bad. It wasn't great, but definitely not bad. And right away I told Joe, I said, hey, there's an arm here that's not too bad. Joe actually wasn't here. And I said, Joe, this guy's not too bad. I think he could help us out. I think he could be somebody that could definitely throw on the tour. And, he was able to he threw a few times on the tour, and he actually threw for Joe. He didn't throw for me. I was in a couple of different games, and Reese was with Joe in some other scenarios. And Joe was like, he's okay. He's nothing special, and over the last year plus, not only as a player has he helped us, but also as a man on and off the field, whether it's, helping out behind the scenes. He was a clubby for the New Jersey Jackals. He then actually got activated onto the roster and was able to get a little bit of a taste in the Frontier League. I believe he threw against Quebec a few times. They have a few sidearm righties in their pen. So they were Brooks Carey, who was the manager of the New Jersey Jackals, was able to show Reitz off a little bit, whether it was to try to get him onto that roster or whatever the case may be. But he threw a few times, and I love Reitz as a human. I love him on the field as well. He's gotten a whole lot better. He's changed his persona. He used to have some long hair, and now he's got a little clean shave. His body's better. He actually took his shirt off in front of me the other day, and I was like, oh, wow, you actually have a baseball body. Before, I didn't really know what was going on. But definitely somebody I love to have in the clubhouse, love have around. I'm glad that he's back. This is actually, I believe, one of his few outings he's had here in the Yinzer. I think he threw twice. One time he drove the 6 hours. He threw 2 or 3 times, and then he went back to Jersey to help out over there. As he gives up the hit to Utah, he just gets the mound visit there. Michael Howard swings at the first pitch slider for 0-1. Looking to get the ground ball here as he gets a pop-up, flares it to left field. I would not test Javel Barnes. Throws it in on a line. Ball flares away a little bit from Columbiner. Reitz is there to back up, wearing number 53 today. I believe he wore number 53 last year for a little bit too. I could be wrong, but he I think 53, Bobby Abreu? I think Bobby Abreu wore 53 a little bit. A notable name in the big leagues. Played for the Phillies. I think he's a Venezuelan. Bobby Abreu was a fun guy to watch in the bigs. Reitz gets 2 outs there. First pitch, Nate Thompson swings, pops it up. Goes out of play there for strike number 1. Reitz is a student of the game. A 1 pitch here to Nate Thompson. Just in for ball 1. The count's 1-1. Fouls off. Nate Thompson. 1-2 here. Slider there. Fouls off. 1-2 count. 2 outs here. That's my stomach. I just ate Charlie.
Close strike.
Owen Reese. The backward strike. To finish the top half of the 5th there. Matt Reitz still in the game here for the Road Warrior Black Sox. I love to see him extend in the game. So right now we got Reitz and Reith in the game. People definitely get those guys confused. Carterman himself. Up comes the dangerous Trevor McKinley to lead off the bottom half of the fifth here. One of the top left-handed hitters that's been around the Black Sox. There's been some big names. Josh Rewalt, who's a Frontier League All-Star. Brennan Price, another Frontier League All-Star. Rewalt leads the Frontier League in homers. First pitch, ball one to Trevor McKinley. Cutter on the outside half, strike one. The count's 1-1 here to Trevor McKinley. Ooh, hits that one.
That is a big fly to right field.
Big fly from Trevor McKinley to lead off the bottom half of the fifth. Needed that run after they got one. After the Road Warrior Black Sox got one in the fifth. (6-3) here for the Wolfpac. Up comes Wadi Almonte, who had a bunt double. Well, that's a good thing about baseball is Wadi hits the ball to left field. Going to be another extra base hit for Wadi Almonte. After the homer from Trevor McKinley, Wadi Almonte has a stand-up double. What I was going to say is that's a good thing about playing season after season. You start to know yourself and know who you are as a pitcher, know who you are as a player. Know what you can do in situations. When Wadi came up, his last at-bat was able to bunt right down the line. You could practice that as much as you want, but until you do it in a game, that's when you truly know you can do it or not. I think Kobe Bryant has a saying about that. How he talks about, you could practice all you want. You could, do a reverse dunk or, between the leg dunk in practice. But can you truly do it in a game? That's when you know you can actually do it or not. And Wadi was able to practice that a few times in Florida. He came down. He was with us in Florida. He actually played under Bryant White, the manager of the Florence Yalls. He played for him for, I think, about a month and a half. Then he went on the tour with us. He had a couple good first games, and then I don't know if it was a little tired or just, not necessarily was feeling himself. Had a couple games where in the infield made a few errors and whatnot, but now he's shown he could be one of the top infielders in the league and in this organization as well. As Cody Lovejoy swings through the first pitch there, Cody Lovejoy doesn't necessarily swing at the first pitch all the time, but now it's, third, fourth time through the lineup. Lovejoy, I'm sure, kind of feeded into that right there for this at bat here against Reitz. Ball's hit to the pitcher, takes a look at second, and throws the ball away. Antonio Brown misses it. Wadi Almonte scores. Lovejoy just gets to second base on the E1 by Matt Reitz. Colin Miner, first pitch swinging. Going to be for extra bases there as Cody Lovejoy scores. Stands up at third. Out comes Frank Podkol from third base. He's also doing the managing over there for the Rollaway Black Sox. Calls him the reliever. With nobody out and Colin Miner at third. The score is now 7-3 Wolfpac.
8-3.
8-3 Wolfpac. I apologize. Jared Anton hits the ball to center. Colin Miner, sac fly from Jared Anton. Colin Miner scores there. This is Wyatt Langford into pitch wearing number 27. I believe he threw yesterday, if not the day before, but I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. Wyatt Langford, he's actually thrown quite a few times here. This is a new arm that the Rollaway Black Sox acquired not too long ago. Next pitch popped up. Antonio Brown makes the catch. I'll tell you what, he's gotten some early contact every single time I've seen him throw so far. 2 early first pitch swings. Up comes Mike Mutner. Depends on how you want to say it, or Mutner. Called strike there for Wyatt Langford. Fouled off there. I'll tell you what, he fills up the zone, that's for sure. Ball's fouled off to the left field side. Kyle Barros moves out of the way. Crespo. Razio Crespo makes the play over there in the bullpen. Tosses it in. As he punches out Mike Mutner. I love it. That kid is definitely came to play. He's pitched well every single time I've seen him throw so far. Early and often. Early and often. Going into the top half of the 6th, the score is 9-3 Wolfpac. All right, we're here in the top half of the 6th. Max McDowell throws the first pitch for a strike. I like that out of McDowell. That looked good right there. That looked real good. Called strike. McDowell looks like he's got a little bit more juice today. Oh, 2 count here to Kyle Robinson. Gives up an 0-2 single there up the middle. Up comes Christian Stanziano. First pitch called strike. I think that was a fastball on the inside half. Christian Stanziano had that 5-6 hole single to score Utah Ozaka, which Michael Howard got thrown out of the plate. Breaking ball called strike. Oh, 2 count here. McDowell in his second 0-2 count here to his second batter, which is phenomenal. Stans doing the average Stanziano foul off to the right side of the field. Spoiling an 0-2 fastball on the outside half. I think a little too good there. Flares it to the right field side. Jarrell McDade makes the catch for out number 1 in foul territory there. Nice play by Jarrell McDade. Up comes Spencer Henn, wearing number 3, homered in game 1.
You want my backpack?
What was that pitch?
First pitch strike to Spencer Henn. Swung at it. Fouls it off for 0-2 there. His third 0-2 count here in the top half of the 6th for Max McDowell. He's 3 for 3 on 0-2 counts. That's a phenomenal stat. 1-2 there. I'm telling you, Max McDowell must have had a good Thursday or something. My man's got some a little bit more juice today than usual, that's for sure. I think it's because he knows he has 1 inning here. Well, nobody in the bullpen now, so he might have to go 2 here. Good hold there from Max McDowell. Spencer Henn calls time. Backwards K there for Max McDowell. Spencer Henn probably either disagrees or disagrees. Up comes number 7, the captain, Frank Podkul. 2 outs here in the top half of the 6th. You got Kyle Robinson still on first, led off the inning at first. Frank Podkul hits one into left. Javel Barnes comes up with it, makes the play, finishes the top half of the 6th there. No runs, 1 hit from Kyle Robinson, stranded at first. Going into the bottom half of the 6th here, the score is still 9-3 Wolfpac. All right, coming up here, Jarrell McDade to lead off the inning. Wyatt Langford still in the game. Another first pitch strike from him. Jarrell McDade's been hot as of late. When we did go over to that Pioneer League, Jarrell McDade was in our 3-hole on the tour. He did some damage over there. I think he finished over 400 in those games that we played. Two-one count here. Jarrell McDade pops it up to left. Christian Stanziano comes up with it for out number 1. Stanziano making left field look easy. Love to see it. Today's game is a 9-inning game. First pitch called strike to Javel Barnes. One count here. Strike number 2 here to Javel Barnes as Cass Silber warms up in the Road Warrior Black Sox bullpen. Cal Silver was a Road Warrior Black Sox in 2020 as Wyatt Langford gets the punch out to Javel Barnes. Cal Silver was a Road Warrior Black Sox in 2020 in the Yinzer when we played against the Road Warrior Black Sox and also where we played against the Washington Wild Things, the Slammin' Sammies, and the Brilliant Sox. Wyatt Langford gets a quick 3. I think he gets 5 outs. In comes RJ Navarro. The other left-handed pitcher that came with Wyatt Langford from the Southern Shores League. Going back to Cass Silver, over the years he's thrown in the Pioneer League. He's thrown in the American Association for the Gary South Shore Railcats. He's had time in a good amount of places. He's a low 3/4 arm slot guy, just coming back from a little bit of an injury. Definitely somebody that's promotable. Definitely somebody that can go and fill a role in just about any league. I like watching him throw. He's fun to watch. He threw in a game in Florida right before he had got hurt. He was throwing against Brian White's team, I believe. And there was a little bit of talk back and forth. I guess one was saying that they're going to hit a homer off him. Somebody was going to hit a homer off him or something. And it was a fun game to watch, though, that's for sure. At least, the competition was there, and it didn't look like everybody was just dragging. So definitely somebody, even in a 9-3 game like this, is going to make the game fun as he's letting it eat down in the left field line. RJ Navarro looks good in his warm-up pitches here. 2 outs, nobody on against Trevor McKinley, who hit a home run in his last at-bat.
Bomb squad.
Ball 1 from Navarro to McKinley. Swings at the 1-0. Fouls it off. Dylan Procopio makes the play over there in the first base coach's box. Two-one. McKinley fouls it off. 2-2 here. Counts now full to Trevor McKinley. Ball 4 to McKinley. RJ Navarro walks McKinley on 6 pitches. Up comes Wadi Almonte, who's also a lefty. The Road Warrior Black Sox bring Navarro in a left-handed specialist situation. Swings at the first pitch. 0-1 here. A little Southern Shores matchup here. I hope they're as happy as I am. They're both out of there. Because these are 2 guys that can definitely be worked with and guys that can maybe have an opportunity down the road. Definitely Wadi Almonte. Counts 1-1 here to Almonte, who's had 2 extra base hits back to back, including one as a bunt hit down the third base side, and then sprayed one down the left field side for his stand-up double. Counts 2-1 here to Almonte. Swung on. Counts 2-2 now. Wadi hits one to left. Stanziano makes the play to retire the side. The score is 9-3 going into the bottom half of the 6th here. We'll be back. I'm sorry, the correction here is top half of the 7th. Max McDowell is on the mound again. Antonio Brown leads off the inning. I was corrected by Chaz Sywin, who's helping out up here. He actually threw for the New Jersey Jackals. He's here with the Wolfpac. He's a starting pitcher for the Wolfpac. He also played at Post University, where Brian McKenna went to school. Antonio Brown hits one pretty good to left, and it is gone. Antonio Brown hits a leadoff 1-0 homer to the left field side. If there was not a fence, Javel Barnes may have ran it down. The score is now 9-4 Road Warrior Black Sox. I'm sorry, 9-4 Wolfpac. Foul ball. Oh, that ball was hit pretty good there. McIntosh swung at the first pitch there after the leadoff homer by Antonio Brown. Next pitch fouled off. Counts now 0-2. McIntosh hits it up in the air. Colin Miner makes the catch for out number 1 here in the top half of the 7th. I'm sorry. Up comes Utah Ogazaka. First pitch swung at. Utah hits up the middle. Waddy. Utah is safe for the infield knock. Joe Torre out to the mound. Keeps Max McDowell in the game. McDowell, change-up specialist, honestly. If we were playing a video game, would be his X pitch. Can definitely induce a ground ball here with that change-up and being able to locate his fastball pretty much wherever he wants. I'm sure that's what he was kind of looking for, looking to get a ground ball here against the newly acquired Mike Howard with the Rowan Black Sox. First pitch swung at, fouled off to the left field side for 0-1. I believe that's 5 or 6 guys that McDowell's gotten ahead of. He could be 6 for 6, I think. Next pitch, hit up in the air. Cody Lovejoy runs it down for out number 2. McDowell gets Michael Howard out in 2 pitches. Up comes Taylor Olmstead. First pitch swung at by Olmstead. McDowell gets ahead of another hitter. Oh. Tries to throw it in. Just hits his hand there. Now guys on first and second with 2 down. Kyle Robinson coming up. Olmstead was hit with that 0-1 fastball in. McDowell tried to beat him in. First pitch swung out by Robinson. Flies out to Cody Lovejoy to retire the side in the top half of the 7th. Wolfpac are going into the bottom half of the 7th. Up 9-4. Cass Silber, the newly acquired arm for the Road Warrior Black Sox, is coming into pitch, rocking his Gary South Shore Railcats hat. We shall be back. All right. Here we are in the bottom half of the 7th. Cass Silber into pitch against Cody Lovejoy, former teammates in that 2020 Road Warrior Black Sox team when they faced off against the Brilliant Sox, Slam and Sammys, and also the Washington Wild Things. The count, I believe, is 2-1 here. Cass Silber working fast. 2-1 swung on by Lovejoy. The count's 2-2 here. I believe Cass is on a pitch count today. He's just coming back as he gets the check swing there. And Michael Howard makes the slow rolling ground ball play to first base. Lovejoy has some wheels, more wheels than some guys can imagine, for out number 1 with Colin Miner coming up. First pitch called strike on the outside half. Quickly 0-2 to Colin Miner. I believe that was a cutter there. I saw earlier in the game, Colin Miner hit a cutter slider type of thing over the center field batter's eye, or whatever you want to call that, out in center. It's well over 405 feet, that's for sure. As he hits one into center again, Kyle Robinson makes the is that Taylor Olmstead? I believe that's Taylor Olmstead actually now. Yep, Taylor Olmstead in center field. Kyle Robinson shifts to right for out number 2. Up comes Jarrett Anton. First pitch swinging Anton. Quickly falls behind 0-1. Cass Silver looking phenomenal today. Oh, 2 here. Oh. Out number 3. The barrel of the bat goes further than the baseball there as Cass Silver saws off Jarrett Anton. The entire barrel goes into the stands there. Not really sure if he'd be able to use that again. Cass Silver gets his first 0 of summer 2022. As we are moving into the top half of the 8th here. Wolfpack up 9-4 over the Roll Black Sox. All right, and we're here back in the top half of the eighth. We got Adam Mancor throwing now for the Wolfpac. Christian Stanziano with another base hit. Barrels it up the middle here. Stanziano with a multi-hit game today. Stan the Man with a leadoff single to start the top half of the eighth. Upcoming Spencer Henn against Adam Mancor. First pitch on the outside half, called strike, breaking ball. Swung on, hit to Wadi Almonte, and they fielder's choice there. Wadi Almonte gets the force out there for Stanziano. Jared Anton throws one into the dirt. Slayton Vaughn wasn't able to come up with it. There is now a guy on first. Spencer Henn's on first here with one out. Frank Podkul coming up to plate. Swung at his first pitch the last time out. First pitch takes for strike number one. Up and away. Count evens to 1-1 here. One ball, one strike, one out, one error for both sides. Today, more than one umpire. Ball two here. Counts 2-1 here. Strike number two. Breaking ball gets over. The Washington Wild Things just got themselves a new mound up there. The landing surface and everything else is a whole lot better, that's for sure. Podkul gets the ground, hits into a ground ball, and now they get the double play. Podkul goes into a 6-4-3 double play as we go into the bottom half of the eighth. The score is 9-4 Wolfpac. Bottom half of the eighth here. Cass Silver's still in the ball game. Gets a lead off, or gets Slayton Vaughn to swing at the first pitch. Takes strike 2 here. The count is quickly 0-2. And strike 3. Cass Silver gets his 1, 2, 3 punch out. 4 quick outs for Silver. 15 pitches, 4 outs. Up comes Mike Mutner. One 0 here. I think that was the first guy he fell behind. Two 0. Cass Silver, 17 pitches. Two 1 cutter. That thing is disgusting. Quickly evens up the count, 2-2.
Tied him up at that pitch.
Count still 2-2 after fouling it off. After Mike Mutner fouls it off to the first base side. Doug O'Shazy tosses it back in. Dylan Procopio. Mutner fouls off again. Count still even at 2-2. It's a good pitch right there. 2 baseballs right over there on the first base side in the stands. Those are easily to retrieve. Fortunately, we have Ty Wickline there to get out both of those guys. Counts now 3-2 as he misses with a slider.
That was a very good at bat.
Very good at bat there from Mike Mutner, commentated by Keegan Wright, teammate of his. He's absolutely right. I was actually thinking about that as I stalled. My thought process was, wow, very professional at bat for a young guy like that. This is a professional arm. This is a very, very good arm here. And Mutner made it look as if he knew exactly what he was doing, as he does. First pitch here to Jarrell McDade, called strike on the outside half. Looking to get the ground ball here. Quickly 0-2 for Silver against McDade. Ball's hitting to center field. Jarrell McDade with an 0-2 barrel up the middle. It's good stuff right there. Good at bat by McDade. Cass Silver. Going to finish it there after an inning and a third. Guys stranded at first and second here. In comes Raziel Crespo. Cass Silver. Very impressive in his 26 pitches of work, I believe. gives up one hit, walked a guy there. That was a very good at bat by Mcmiller. Very good at bat. Let's allow Crespo to get his pitches in here as we take a break. All right, we're back here with guys on first and second, with Joe Bilardi coming up against Raziel Crespo. First pitch called strike for Crespo. I've seen Crespo throw over the years. He's thrown a whole lot in Weston, Florida. He's thrown in some men's leagues for us. He's also thrown at Florida Memorial University, where I actually went to school. I is Colton Billis, for those of you that don't know. As the 1-1 is thrown into the left-handed batter's box. Bilardi swings at 2-1. Fouled off. The count 2-2 here. Wow, Cody Lovejoy tossing the ball in. Slick hair. The everyday center fielder for the Wolfpac. Oh, backwards K there for Raziel Crespo. As Utah Gonzaga tries to back pick Jarrell McDade, Mike Mcmiller takes third base. Now runners on first and third, runners in the corners here with Trevor McKinley coming up against Raziel Crespo. McKinley already with a homer. Swings at the first pitch. Tries to hit it twice as far as his last homer. Counts 1-1 here. Two 1 here for Trevor McKinley. Liner up the middle. Scores Mcmiller. Now scores McDade. I'm going to give it a single with a bobble out there in center for McKinley to reach to second. Either way, 2 RBIs from McKinley. Up comes the Tommy Blood. My nickname for Tommy Blood is T. Bleezy. Number 17, flat out rakes. First pitch called strike. Counts 0-1 here to Tommy Blood. I believe it's a little roommate showdown here. Tommy Blood versus Crespo. Tommy Blood swings at the 0-1, lines it to Spencer Henn. He throws it on to Antonio Brown, not the Antonio Brown in the NFL. Antonio Brown here with the Road Black Sox. Tags out Tommy Blood. I never said Blood had wheels. I said Blood has barrel control, that's for sure. That retires the side here. The score is 11-4 Wolfpac going into the top of the ninth. Here is Antonio Brown in the top half of the ninth. Adam Mancor is still on the mound. Score is still 11-4 here. First pitch, ball down and away. One and one here to Antonio Brown as Mancor throws a breaking ball. Have him foul off. Josh Rodriguez into the game. 5-3. For out number one. Ball one to Justin McIntosh. Swung on. The count is 1-1 here.
How many
Counts
Game
1 and
changer.
2 here.
Can I go to the 11th, 10th inning on Game Changer, or will it end the game in the 9th?
Joe Torre in the
that'll
press
work.
box here.
You think it's wrong to play 10? Let him throw 2, let Dougie throw 1? Because otherwise Dougie's getting 1 out.
Either or, doesn't matter. Or you can throw in the taxi game.
No, I'd rather
Either.
just do it now.
That's fine.
Can I add 1 inning, you think? Is it possible?
Yeah,
I guess we'll see when we get there.
It'll tell us.
I mean, after the 9th, it doesn't say end the game, right?
you.
You end the game.
Yeah, we end the game.
So we're going to play 10. Right. You know what I mean?
Swung on Justin McIntosh.
That's good. That's what I want to do.
1 and 2 count there. That was Joe Torre here in the press box. He's looking to try to add on an inning for these guys to get a little bit extra work. Ball outside. It's now 2 and 2 here with 1 out. Just misses down with that breaking ball. The count's now full. As McIntosh hits that full count ground ball through the 4-3 hole, just sneaks it through. Utah Gazaka coming up, wearing number 4. 1 out here in the top half of the 9th. First pitch called strike. Mancor gets that fastball in. Gets that called strike there. It's quickly 0-2 to Utah Gazaka. Ground ball to Mutner. Gets the force out at second. Utah gets on with a fielder's choice. Up comes Michael Howard wearing number 2.
The short. Yeah, the short. He reached it. Was I reach?
Fielder's choice.
So was there
Michael Howard swings to the first pitch, rolls over toward the first base coach, Jim Kennedy. Kennedy tosses it over to Slayton Vaughn. If Jim Kennedy and Slayton Vaughn had a baby, it would be Dougal Chasey. Next pitch swung at. Counts quickly 0-2 to Michael Howard. Little lefty-lefty matchup here. Mancor gets the strikeout to Howard. The side's retired here. Going into the bottom half of the 9th. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna play 10. We got Raziel Crespo going back out to the mound. He I believe, only got 2 outs in his last inning of work, or his last half inning. Now coming in, going to try to get another 3 here. And Doug Olchese will be coming in that top half of the 10th. The score is 11-4 Wolfpac going into the bottom half of the ninth. Here in the press box, we just got Ty Wickline that jumped in with us. Left-handed pitcher with the Wolfpac. Still wearing glasses here indoors. However, gets all the foul balls he can, so can't complain on my side. Fills up the zone. He's on the first place winning team, Wolfpac. I believe he started the game in the championship game last year. Came over from the Southern Shores, was blessed. Luckily, didn't have to finish that entire season. I believe was an all-star over there in the Southern Shores. Was probably told he was getting paid. Didn't. Crespo gets the 0-1. Rodriguez swings at the 0-1 pitch, fouls it off to the left to the first base side. My apologies. Ty Wickline quickly rushes away. Probably going to get that foul ball as we speak. Leads the league in them. Utah throws it and gets the out. Great play by Utah Ogazaga as he recovers and throws one from the side to record out number 1. When I was 12 years old, I actually had a 4 strikeout inning where I was a drop third strike. Guy reached first base. Definitely a inning to remember. Actually, I believe it was on my birthday. Crespo kicks the field goal good for ball 1. Next pitch, Colin Miner hits it to left. Joan Paduglia runs it down for out number 2. Agent Zero on the mound, Raziel Crespo. Frank Podkul playing both games of this doubleheader. Spencer Henn playing both games of this doubleheader. Michael Howard, same thing. Taylor Olmstead, I believe, did not start the game in the outfield, but eventually made his way in there. Kyle Robinson playing the entire doubleheader. This is awesome for these guys. Playing a whole lot of baseball. Luke Jackson comes to pinch hit. Takes the first pitch strike. Ball 1-1 here to Jackson. Two 2-1 here with 2 outs. Doesn't catch the corner there. The count is 3-1 to Luke Jackson with Kyle Barros waiting on deck. Okay, never mind. I think he called a strike, so I guess that pitch caught the corner. Jackson swings at it, fouls it off. Let's see if Wickline makes the play. And no cigar. However, he's on his way there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walks up 5 steps, grabs the baseball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Walks down all the way. No injuries here. Congrats, Wickline. The count is still full here for Crespo. The only pitcher that's working out there. Well, we got a couple pitchers up here, including Keegan Wright and Chaz Sywin, as Raziel Crespo retires the side, goes 1, 2, 3 in the bottom half of the ninth. In comes the man, the myth, the legend, Doug Olchazy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Doug Olchazy on the mound. Ty Wickline gets not only that foul ball that was fouled off as he was in the press box, but gets another 3 while he's down there and is now in the lead with 317 foul balls that he's gotten in the Yinzer League here. Not only is he a phenomenal arm, he's a phenomenal person, he's also a phenomenal foul ball getter. Doesn't speak all too much, but, I guess I am an opposing manager and player, so doesn't necessarily talk to me all that much. But that's okay. I wouldn't talk to me either. We got Jim Kennedy, I believe, coming up to get a pinch hit against Doug Olchazy. Doug Olchazy threw for the Empire State Grays, I believe, against the Schaumburg Boomers. Left-handed pitcher. He's been around since the summer 2019. Was with Joe Torre's brother in a men's league in New Jersey. Pitched for AJ Torre. They ended up eventually going to a men's league World Series up in Michigan. Doug Olchazy was the best arm on that staff. He, from that day on, has gained about 30 pounds, gained about 6 to 8 miles an hour of velocity. Got a haircut or two, shaved his beard a few times, and we're here quickly ahead of the count. Was that a ball or a strike there?
2-1.
2-1 here. Shane Clunan was just as froze there as everybody else. Jim Kennedy hits it to center. Joe Bilardi runs it down. Throws it into Kyle Barros, who's now in second base. Mutner is finishing the game at shortstop. Doug Olchazy gets a quick first out. tosses the ball to his left hand, shrugs his shoulders. Up comes Kyle Robinson. Douglas Chasey gets the first pitch swinging. Kyle Barros makes the play. Throws it over to Luke Jackson. Luke Jackson throws it around the infield one time for the one time. And Josh Rodriguez tosses it back to Douglas Chasey. Up comes Joe Impaduglia. Road Warrior Black Sox said, well, the lefty-lefty thing is a myth. We're going to go Jim Kennedy to lead off, and we'll go Joe Impaduglia to finish it off here. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 10th. Ty Wickline still hasn't said hello to me all day. First pitch called strike. Doug Chasey quickly 0-1 to Joe Impaduglia. Next pitch. Breaking ball called strike. Just off there. 1-2 count for Dougie Fresh. Right into the shift for these Wolfpac. And that is the ball game. Both home teams in this doubleheader took the win. Correction here, we're going to play the bottom half of the 10th here. We got Raziel Crespo going back out to the mound. Little bonus baseball here. Get some guys at bats. Love to see it. Love to have it. Love to have Ty Wickline in the press box as well. One thing that does mean, though, there's nobody getting foul balls.
You know, I was talking to Wickline yesterday. He let me know that he was very upset that he became second in innings on the Wolfpac. I think he has something he really wants to say about that.
That was Keegan Wright here. Does Ty Wickline have anything to say?
He does not have anything to say. The next outing, he'll go right back on top. Of course, I only compared it with you and me, so there could be someone ahead of us. But, yeah. I think me and you were first and second.
If there was a volume of 1 to 10, he was about a 1.5 there.
Yeah.
What he was trying to get over there was he's just going to get back onto the mound and keep showing, keep doing as he's doing, and keep just tallying up the innings from the left-hander. Ty Wickline threw a good amount of games on the tour. I believe he threw against the Washington Wild Things out of the bullpen. I believe I was the manager of one of those games against the New Jersey Jackals.
No.
Not the Jackals, the Sussex County Miners.
Yes.
He threw against the Sussex County Miners, who have a few of our players, gave an opportunity to Martin Powells, who is no longer with us as of right now. I believe he can make a comeback at any point. He's 6'5", 6'6", righty, plays the outfield. I believe went to Lewis and Clark, which is NAIA school in Idaho, I believe. You also have Joe Impaduglia that the Sussex County Miners gave an opportunity to. And most importantly, Carson McCurdy has been there for the entire season. Started off with the Genomes in the Atlantic League for a little stint. I don't think he broke spring training. However, right away went straight to Sussex and has been there ever since. The Sussex County Miners are managed by Bobby Jones, a big leaguer, former big leaguer. My apologies. As Raziel Crespo walks the leadoff, Kyle Barros, player manager for the Wolfpac, wearing number 11, tosses the Evo Shield to Tommy Blood. Tommy Blood comes up with it, puts it on his left hand. First pitch, a strike to Mcmiller. Tommy Blood awkwardly stands in the first base batter's box there, coach's box. I'm sorry. Mcmiller lines one to left, and Paduglia makes the play. Makes it look pretty, that's for sure. One out here in the bottom half of the 10th. Agent Zero still on the mound. We got Jarrell McDade coming up to plate. Mark Sanders, about to ruin all the fun here. This is actually his computer, his microphone, his camera. Well, I appreciate Mark Sanders for having all this because I definitely don't have any of this stuff. I don't think this whole 21st century thing isn't necessarily for me. I'm okay with the iPhone, but everything else, not so much. However, he's about to ruin the fun. He's going to take all this stuff. He's got a flight he has to attend. Mark Sanders threw an inning yesterday in the taxi game that we had after both games of the doubleheader. And then threw, I believe, 3 1/3 today? Then threw 3 1/3 today. So 4 1/3 innings in a matter of not even 24 hours because we played the game around 3 o'clock where he opened with a Killer Bees jersey on, opened the game, no walks, gave up a hit or two, then threw against the Killer Bees today in a 3 1/3 relief appearance for Andrew Kramer, who started the game for the Road Warrior Black Sox. I appreciate Mark Sanders on the field and off the field as Ty Wickline goes for the foul ball there. 2-2 here against Jarrell McDade. What time's your flight, man?
6:35.
6:35 flight here for Mark Sanders, so we're going to have to cancel this one here.
I mean, you can keep going. I couldn't tell how long Joe was wanting this game to go since we have no time limit. But I didn't want to ruin the stream.
But I think this is the last one.
This is the last guy I face, and we'll be good.
Jarrell McDade
This
flares it.
Steals with a 7-run lead.
Jarrell McDade
Did he still?
on with the 2-strike flare to right. Stanziano moves to right. Stanziano has himself a multi-hit game. Moves himself to right. McDade on with a double. McDade is red hot. Joe Bellardi comes up. Joe Bellardi's played in a few different movies. Ball there. I think that was a makeup from earlier in the game. Clunan, the umpire, punched him out on a fastball down in the way. I didn't know if it was necessarily a strike, but got the game flowing. 3-0 here to Joe Bellardi. Called strike.
Are you
Dylan
fucking
Procopio.
kidding me?
Dylan Procopio with the drives in one, drives in another, and McKinley scores on the bases clearing Dylan Procopio double down the right field line.
Sorry for that expletive. I thought the mic was muted. That's on me.
It's on me, actually. I'm happy with Dylan Procopio. He and I talked a little bit yesterday. He came in up 9 yesterday in a game against the Bees, which obviously I was the manager for. And I said to him, why is it that you took all these pitches in a game you're up 9? And he said, you're right. And I said, listen, you need to be more aggressive, especially in a scenario like that. He played in the taxi game, got some very good swings off, and today here it paid off. Dylan Procopio with the 1-out bases clearing double. Big swing from number 8. Rocking that Joe Torre number there. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 10th. The dangerous Colin Miner up. First pitch called strike 1. 1-1 here to Colin Miner. Rolls it over to Spencer Henn. Spencer Henn makes the play there. And I believe
Yeah, no, he's signaling.
Doug Olchese is coming back out for another inning of work here. We're going to play a top half of an 11th here. We have a few days off after this game due to the Frontier League All-Star game. We have about 9 days off here for this break. So Joe is trying to get as many innings as possible here for all these guys to get at bats, to get work, and more importantly, so he could see a few guys throw some multi-inning games, see Doug go 2, see Doug against some better hitters, see Dylan Procopio do what Dylan Procopio just did. We were able to see Mcmiller face Cass Silber, who I'm sure was one of the better arms he's seen in this short stint of professional baseball. We were able to see Trevor McKinley homer. Today has brought a good amount of baseball, some quality baseball. Joe and I are not only looking for when you succeed, but also see how you do when you fail as well. See how you act. See if we could show that elsewhere. See if that play is on TV. See if that is something that we can send to managers. This is an all-day process. Even after today's 11-inning contest and earlier's game, we actually are going to have another taxi game with some of the guys that didn't necessarily get much work, some more work, as Spencer Henn flies out to Kyle Barros playing second base. I think there's a good amount of guys that are going to be throwing in this taxi game, along with some more guys that are going to get a few more swings, be able to, see some guys play shortstop that doesn't necessarily get to play shortstop every day. See some guys be able to run it down in the outfield. Some guys that, we want to not only see them in the infield, but also if we can also have them play multiple positions, because obviously the utility guy is a little bit more valuable than just a guy that, can play third base. So it's something that we try to do when we're providing as much baseball as possible. Doug Olchese 1-1 to Frank Podkul. This is probably Frank's 10th at bat today. Frank Podkul's brother, Nick Podkul, is actually with the Toronto Blue Jays organization. He's in AAA as he barrels that one up the middle. Doug Olchese does a little spinner-rooney like he's in Hoboken. Antonio Brown comes up with 1 out. Frank Podkul at first. One 0 to Brown. Ball's hit up in the air. Luke Jackson. Ball just goes foul. Antonio Brown was actually another guy that was in the Southern Shores League with Ty Wickline, Wadi Almonte. He and a couple of these new pitchers that just came in. There was Langford that threw earlier, and also R.J. Navarro, who came in for Trevor McKinley and also Wadi Almonte. Antonio Brown came down to Florida in October. Was there for about a month and a half, playing games, playing Sunday league games, practicing every day with Joe and I. And I think he's dropped about 30 pounds since the day I saw him in October. It could be even more, to be honest with you. But the swing is definitely night and day compared to what I saw in October and November. I remember in about January in a men's league game, he hit 2 homers. Him and C.J. Miller, actually. C.J. Miller is part of that Road Warrior Black Sox team, and also he's going to be playing in this taxi game coming up. They both had a multi-homer game in the same day on a Sunday. I actually opened that game. But Antonio Brown definitely shown he could play this game at this level. The barrel is definitely there. As he lines one fair down the left field line, Frank Podko jogs over to third. Now runners on second and third. I believe Antonio Brown also homered today in this game. Up comes Utah Gonzaga. Nope. I didn't lie. I don't lie. I actually wasn't sure. Justin McIntosh is up first. First pitch called strike. I think it was a breaking ball just got over. My apologies. A little parched here. 1-1 count. Dougie Fresh just gets in on McIntosh's hands, fouls it off. The count's 1-2. Two here. Oh. Backwards K.
Got Grim Reaper.
Caught the corner there. Two outs. Got in second and third. Up comes Utah. Up and away miss. Doug Chaser was there to get the passed ball. Standed like Javier Baez. Looking to tag out Frank Podko. Podko slowed up a little bit there. The 1-0 swung at, fouled off to the first base side. I'm sure Wickline will leave here in a minute or so. Ball's 1-1 here. Counts 1-1 here. My apologies. Good pitch from Olchese. Called ball. Fastball in on his hands. Froze him. Called ball. Utah hits it to right. Jarrell McDade runs it down. And I believe that would be all. Final score 15-4. Wolfpac take the W. Omar Artson stands there. Omar Artson and Joe Torre called one another this morning and said, hey, let's match, bud. And Omar Artson actually has a little time in the Atlantic League, has a little time in the Can-Am, has a little time in the Pacific Association, American Association, played with the Marlins and the Tigers. Looking to get another opportunity here soon. Ball game's over. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This is Colbin Bayless and the Black Sox organization. We all appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate you guys looking forward to watching each and every day. And if you don't watch every day, it's all good. I appreciate you guys all being here today. Have a couple days off here coming up. Mark Sanders is flying back home for a couple days. He's got all this neat stuff about to start our taxi game here. Thank you.